Well, good morning, scholars, and welcome to Nonprofit Board Governance and Volunteer Administration. I am Dr. Pearl Smith, and I'm so delighted to serve as your facilitator for this class for the next 8 weeks. I have taught this class pretty much annually for, I'm going to say, maybe 10 years now. It's been quite some time since the graduate program started. And it's a class that I always enjoy teaching. And so I hope you get from it what you need. I think we should approach every class with our own personal learning objectives. You know, we have the student learning objectives that Mercer sets, but as leaders, when we take a class, we should have some personal learning objectives that we want to reach. And so I hope you have identified those, and then I hope you reach them. And if it doesn't seem like we're going in that direction, if you want to know something that doesn't seem to be covered, just let me know. So our textbooks for the class are the board book by Bowen, and this one, which I think you also used previously, Nonprofit Management by Worth. And then I have articles, a number of articles posted, uh, both printed and then articles online. And I've provided online links to some nonprofit websites, some general one, and then one for the state of Georgia. Um, that I want you to use, as needed. And probably since this is your first or your second nonprofit class, you may have already are familiar with those sites. But if not, uh, please peruse them. I have links to them out on Canvas. Um, Hope you've had an opportunity to read the syllabus. I did post a link, a discussion thread where you are to acknowledge that you have read it and to answer some questions. And I have to admit, I selected these questions intentionally because students will say, yes, I've read the syllabus, but then in week 7, I'll get a email saying, well, Dr. Smith, can I redo an assignment I didn't do as well, or can I give some makeup work because I wasn't able to post something timely? And so the syllabus addresses that. And so I want to make sure that things regarding my late policy, makeup work, redo work, that you understand those now so that it will alleviate any disappointment later. But I truly hope that you complete all of your work timely. And in this class, that means posting it by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. That is timely submission, and it's also required in order for me to mark you present for the week. So keep in mind, if you submit an assignment late, not only do you get points deducted for late, but you also, it's counted as missing a class. And you know that after you miss 2 classes, your grade is dropped a letter grade, and after 3, then you fail the class, and so you don't want that to happen. But that happens rarely, and you all are graduate students, and so you've been around the block a few times, so you know, I'm sure now, how to manage your workload and your course workload around your business work and nonprofit work if you're doing that, so that you can submit your work timely and high quality work. Um, the 2 major assignments for this class, one is a research paper, uh, and I've posted writing resources, and you will have to submit it through Turnitin, so it will be checked for general plagiarism and then also for AI, and I ask that you read the AI statement in my syllabus. And the final project, it's a group um, board development plan. Generally, I have identified a nonprofit board that you will use for the assignment. And during the course of the class, either I will interview members of the board or we'll do it as a class. We've done it both ways. Unfortunately, I guess after 10 years, I've run out of I've run out of nonprofit boards. I don't have any that I can think of to use. If any of you know of somebody who's on a board, not in the operation side of the nonprofit, but on the board, because this class is focused on the board, not the nonprofit itself, the operational side, but on the board. If you know of somebody who works on a board for a nonprofit, um, that you think might be interested in being part of this, where we would interview them, and you as a group uh, give them just a plan for how they might enhance board operations based on what you've learned in this class, then let me know and we can see if we can pursue that. If by week, I'm going to say the end of week 4, if I haven't identified a board for us to use, then the final project will be a quiz or an exam. It'll be like 15 questions, and each one is worth 2 points because the final project is a 30-point. I think it's a 30-point. It'll be whatever the number of points are for that assignment. Let me look here at the syllabus and not guess. That's what I tell. No, okay. The group board development plan is a 25 point. So if we don't have a organization, a board to use, then you'll have a quiz worth 25 points. But like I said, if you know of somebody who's working on a board, uh, and at first discuss it with that person to see if it would be feasible for them to sit for an interview. And the interview generally doesn't take more than an hour or so. Um, and if they are interested, then let me know. And because I think it's, I always like to end the class with an opportunity for students to apply what they've learned to a real life situation. But like I said, but after so many years, I have exhausted all of the people that I know that are working on a board. Trying to think, is there anything else? Um, that's all I can think of now. I will let you know, I communicate with the class primarily through videos. And of course, when I post videos, I'm expecting you to view them, and I try to keep them short. They're very rarely more than 10, maybe 15 minutes. Um, but that is my primary way of communicating with the class, because I like it because I would much prefer to be in the classroom. So it kind of gives me an opportunity to just talk rather than write everything. And I think it makes the class more personal. But I do realize that, not everybody feels that way. Um, Generally, I try to post something on Wednesdays. And I'm always looking in the news for something that's related to what we're studying, and or find an article or something, and then I will post about it. And so generally, if I post something, it's generally on Wednesday, uh, unless just something just pops up like on a Thursday or Friday, and I just think it is so related, because I'm a big believer of just practical application and timely application, and so if something pops up in the news on a Thursday or Friday, I'm like, wow, we're studying that this week. Then I'll put together a little video and send it. But for the most part, it'll probably be on Wednesdays. So I think I've covered everything. Like I said, review the syllabus, answer the questions. Your assignment this week, it's a non-graded assignment, and that's an introductory video. And I've told you what needs to go in it. And like I said, and that's due at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. It's non-graded, but it has to be done in order for you to be marked present for the week. So with that, I'll say goodbye and have a wonderful week.